This is Jeff. Hi. I did a little convention report because I went to Gallifrey 1, the Doctor Who convention in Los Angeles. And so I gave this little report. It's about 14 minutes. So if you don't care about Doctor Who or whatever, for whatever reason, just skip ahead 14, 15 minutes. A little bit of a joke and then music. And there you go. I'll see you on the other side. I just got back from the Doctor Who convention, Gallifrey 1 in Los Angeles. Jessie, it was great.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
I loved all the little snapshots you shared with me.
There were so many good cosplay, great actors and writers.
My favorite was Rasputin Master.
Oh, yeah. Rasputin was great. Yeah, I mostly played role-playing games again this year. I played, which Doctor did I play? I was Delgado Master. That's right.
Oh, fun.
And then I played Yaz. And both, I think, were adventures I played last year. That's always weird. I don't know if that probably hasn't happened to you yet, but every once in a while you'll play an adventure that you'd already played. Because it's like a pre-written module.
Oh, I'm such a noob. That's yet to happen to me. I've yet to play an actual game of actual Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, yeah. You gotta get...
I've only played other things.
Yeah, we got to get you into that. But so anyway, it was great. I got really close physically to Freema Agyeman, and it was like being in the presence of a god. It was crazy. I'd never understood why people try to get autographs or whatever. But in that brief moment, I was like, oh, I get it.
Oh, no, I definitely get it. I've been dining out on my Patrick Stewart story for years.
Oh, yeah. And she's somehow hotter than ever, which is crazy. I don't know how that works.
Oh, it's genetics.
Yeah. It's incredible. And she was funny and smart. Yeah. So I got to watch the Doctor Who TV movie from 1996.
Oh, that piece of shit.
It's terrible. But with live commentary from the guy that played Chang, Yi Ji So, and Daphne Ashbrook, who played the blue dress wearing doctor lady.
You should watch that documentary I recommended a million years ago, which was Doctor Who Am I? Because it's the guy who wrote or directed, I can't remember which, that movie, going to Gallifrey 1 and interacting with the fandom.
That's awesome. I totally got to watch that. So yeah, those are probably my highlights. Millie Gibson also came, and she did a little bit of commentary on Lucky Day. And watching Lucky Day in a room full of people was like a moving experience. Because it's so heavy, the content of that one.
Yeah, I forgot how scarring that one is.
Yeah. And our listeners would have seen it, so that's fun. If they came here because of us. If you came here because of Everything Everywhere All at Once, welcome. Listen back to everything we've ever done. Jessie and I started podcasting together during season 2 of Doctor Who. Season 2? Wait. Series B?
Season 2 is considered season 2 because Who Dis was a hard reset.
Right. Disney Plus, 15th Doctor. It's very confusing if you're not a Doctor Who fan. But if you are, Lucky Day. It's a great episode. So those are probably my highlights. I walked a lot. I went to the weed store. I got too many joints, so I had to spend the last 2 days of my trip there just housing joints all day.
Oh, I've done that on many an occasion.
It was fantastic.
I'll tell you about a bender I went on in Lisbon off air.
I got to eat at Shakey's Pizza again, which is just a brilliant spot there near the airport. Almost all Mexican or Mexican American patrons. And it's just a whole different experience being in a building with 60 people that aren't the default wherever I live, Because, like, there's a lot of times I'll go into a room and it's all white folks. So, like, I don't know, it's a fun sort of antidote to go where that's not the case.
You mentioned that. That's what going to see Everything Everywhere All at Once was for me the first time. Because I got preview tickets. Well, the guy I went on a Tinder date with got preview tickets. And so we went to the cinemas in Melbourne Central, which is pretty much in Chinatown. And I walked in there and I was like, am I allowed to be here? Because I had no idea it was a preview. No one had seen it. No one was talking about it. I knew nothing other than the title and thought, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
I didn't even know the Daniels directed it. But yeah, it was pretty much me and Tinder Dude were one of, if not the only white people in that entire cinema.
Yeah, it's a whole different experience. But yeah, I love that place. The pizza is so good. I don't know why. This place used to be a chain up where I live, and it was fine. I was a kid. They played like Charlie Chaplin movies on the projector or whatever. But this one in LA, they just have sports on, you know. I'm just in there reading a book. But it was just a wonderful experience. So big ups to Shakey's in Inglewood. Check it out. And yeah, the convention was great. I met Steven, who had podcasted for 8 years about the Fantastic Four, like mostly in comic form.
That is a roller coaster of a journey.
I met Rick Taylor, whose favorite companion, we don't meet until you listen to Dark Eyes, which is an 8th Doctor audio adventure. And it's well into his tenure. So, like, very niche. But I picked up Dark Eyes and listened to it. And yeah, Liv Chenka's pretty good companion.
Is some next level nerddom.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm pretty bad with Doctor Who, but that is...
When you can't get enough, you go to those audio books, and you can get the first 50 of them for free on most music streaming services.
With Big Finish, that is Big Finish, people.
Yeah, Big Finish monthly range. They started with 100 that came out every month. And that's when the 8th Doctor appeared. He was like the most recent canon Doctor, so they stuck with him for a while. But then they did a whole bunch with previous Doctors because they were still alive.
Arguably, we would not have gotten any rebooted Doctor Who if it were not for the success of Big Finish, because it proves...
could be, yeah.
I think it went a long way to proving that the market's still there.
Certainly kept a lot of nerds happy. They sold a lot of books.
I know you came in after the Wilderness years, but back in those days, bitch, we took what we could get.
There were a couple folks at this convention that did panels that I just skipped entirely. One of them was about how Star Trek probably should have a wilderness period, and another about how Doctor Who should have another. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm like,
what are they talking about?
Grew up with not enough sci-fi and fantasy. Now you want to like ease the spigot on something that's actually great right now. Come on now.
Plus, we did. We had like that gap between Voyager and Enterprise. But if I was going to think of a Star Trek Wilderness years, I would think the gap between Enterprise and Discovery.
Yeah, that'd be like 2003, maybe 2004, somewhere in there, all the way up to 2016.
That's not dissimilar.
You had the 3 J.J. Abrams movies between 2009 and 2013, maybe.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
Which those probably, without those, Discovery probably wouldn't have happened.
Oh, totally. I guess I discounted those because they're based on TOS characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I discovered my love of Star Trek in exactly that era, and not because of the movies. I kind of felt like, all I'm getting is this, like, these rebooted versions of the TOS characters who I didn't have an emotional connection with.
Mm-hmm.
and then stumbled onto, it was actually Enterprise was the one I first started watching, and realizing that I had like 7 seasons of Next Gen, 7 seasons of Voyager, 7 seasons of DS9 all ahead of me was such a sense of joy. But my very first truly brand new, not based on anything, Star Trek content was Discovery, and the anticipation and excitement I felt sitting down to that first episode and then having them kill Michelle Yeoh off in that first episode.
Oh my God.
Was something else. Like,
I was on a trip to San Diego, like, for some friend of my girlfriend's at the time, like, wedding. And at that time, my birthday was happening. Tom Petty died, who's like one of my top 3 favorite artists. And Discovery started. And I'm on this trip, so I'm having to look through the laptop. Yeah, it was a heady time. That show was so good.
Oh, it really is. And I think it's added some really important stuff to canon. Like, I don't know if we would cope with 90s Trek in the modern era because of the hellscape we're living in.
Right.
You'd need the burn.
Yeah, we had to reckon with the nightmare that was our current state of society. So the creators of Discovery and Picard took note and like folded that stuff into their scripts. I'm really glad.
I think the burn is one of the most genius storytelling tropes I've ever seen and done so well. Like, the fact that we were, because it was starting to border on fan service nostalgia, right? Like when they brought in Spock.
Oh, Hot Spock, legendary.
Yeah, Hot Spock. Thank you, Hot Spock.
Ethan Peck.
Although I'll take issue with that because I do think the hottest Spock is Zachary Quinto.
Okay.
But, oh yeah, no, I have a Zachary Quinto. It's
Okay,
it's
this started as a Doctor Who convention sort of insert, and now we're talking just about Star Trek, so we should probably fold up this section and get back into the film.
I tried. I mentioned, I deliberately was like, and Michelle Yeoh died. I did try to bring us back on topic, like, organically.
Yes, of course you did. Brilliant.
I was attempting there, listener. I'm sure the listener had, even if you weren't paying attention, Jeff.
So Michelle Yeoh dies in the first episode of, or maybe the second, of
Discovery.
So check that out if you're...
It was absolutely the first because I was like shocked to my core. I'm like, they just killed her off in the first episode. What the fuck? Yeah. Why would you hire Michelle Yeoh and kill her off in the first episode?
So Michelle Yeoh worked on that show for about 3 years, and somewhere in that time, she was going to start a Section 31 TV series, and then she got this film, and it destroyed. So the Section 31 TV show did not happen, probably because her number went up.
I thought it didn't. It was shit.
It got converted into a TV movie. And so predictably, rather than writing a TV movie from the ground up, they were sort of compressing a TV series, which is, I don't think it's a good idea. And it predictably was not effective, in my opinion.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe I will go and actually watch it if it's just the one. I thought there were episodes.
It's fun and it clips by. It doesn't demand a lot of you, so I recommend everyone see it. Just don't have any expectations.
High expectations, no. But also definitely go watch Academy because that shit is awesome.
Oh my God, yes. See us in recommendations. Okay, so that is our convention chat. Let's see. Should we do anything interesting silly, fun.
Like a paper cut between each finger.
Ooh, that sounds terrible.
Well, or maybe just unwind a chapstick till in full and then bite it off.
Gross.
Are you getting my references?
Yeah, they're from this movie that we're about to cover.
Cool.
You're listening to the Great and Secret Knowledge, a speculative fiction podcast. I'm Jeff.
I'm Jessie.
And we are here to complete our coverage of Everything Everywhere all at once.
Brave of you to say complete.
Yeah, last we checked, they were just arriving at the IRS office. Time stopped or something, and like Key's character became like a secret agent or something. Does that ring a bell?
I mean, I have lost where I had.
Yeah, we made it to part one everything. It starts with a pizza board spinner guy. We go inside the ugly IRS building. Evelyn lies to her dad about how the business is expanding. Key sees this elderly couple in love, and he looks sad. What is his character's name?
Waymond.
So he goes, I was thinking maybe after this is all done, we can go on a trip. And she says, if I have to think of one more thing today, my head will explode. The bell dings. She's rubbing her forehead. And then suddenly, bam, he's a different guy. Waymond has completely altered his vibe. Takes his glasses off.
Suddenly very direct. It's not in all kinds of vagary.
Yeah, he pulls up the umbrella to block the camera shot. He must think that security must be compromised, or might be at any time.
No, I think it just is to block from, you just never know when Jobu Tapaki's going to turn up.
Right. And she goes, why you download all these apps on my phone? He's writing some stuff on her papers. The cell phone does something. There's a fanfare. A portal opens. And all of a sudden, she's reliving important moments from her childhood.
Life in general.
She's a girl. Her dad's real critical or like demanding. If you abandoned this family for that silly boy, you are not my daughter anymore. Ooh.
Some hardcore family trauma. She leaves with him, and suddenly she's gone from being, the daughter of this high-powered colonel, and they're in the States.
Running a laundromat. It seems like she doesn't like it much. But then she gets pregnant, and it's all in.
She's much happy. Like, you really, it's kind of one of the first times you see her smile.
Yeah, baby joy. We don't get long with happy baby joy because suddenly we're hearing her in the truck, like, yelling at her mom.
And this is how we know that the reason Gong Gong's in town is because he's sick. It says, Mrs. Wong, we're calling about your father.
Yeah. So Waymond gets really close to her while he's giving her the orders, and he puts his finger to her lips, and then he's like, "Oh shit, something's not right here." And then he goes back to himself. He says, "Talk to you soon." And then when he comes back, he goes, "Wow, what a fast elevator."
哇，这个电梯好快哦！
And it's such great acting from Key. Like you can just with the facial expression, you can tell the difference between Alpha Waymond and this Waymond.
What does he call himself?
Alpha Waymond.
No, I mean the adventurer one.
Yeah, Alpha Waymond.
What do
he
we
says
call
to her, you can call
one?
me Alpha Waymond.
What is this
well, I think
Waymond
he just calls her your Waymond.
Your Waymond.
Because he's been jumping from world to world to world, trying to find the right version of joy that can stand up to Jobu Tapaki.
And yeah, wow, what a fast elevator. And they arrive on the floor where they have to do their, IRS stuff.
They're getting audited.
Yeah. Let's see. I wrote, Curtis is so shitty as this lady. I guess their auditor.
Deirdre,
yeah.
I remember being so excited to see her, because I hadn't, and I know we went into, what she got up to in the last episode, but it was just such a, oh fuck, yes, she's getting to do stuff and she's getting to look age appropriate while she's doing it, which
yeah, she's a real woman.
Refreshing.
In the parlance of our times, she is a ordinary person. It's a bit on her high horse, possibly racist, maybe.
I don't think she's racist. I think she's frustrated because her entire job centers around figuring out where people are bullshitting and where people are not. And, they did try to claim a karaoke machine on their taxes for a laundromat. I would fight on that point, though, because they do use it at the Chinese New Year party, which is a promotional event, bringing customers, therefore should be claimable on tax.
I would allow that if it was a karaoke machine rental, but buying it for the 364 other days of the year.
What if it's cheaper to buy?
That can't possibly be the case.
1,000% that can absolutely be the case.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Because people don't want to spend the money on buying a karaoke machine. And you could buy a cheaper little one, or you could hire a more decent proper setup. And I would put money that decent proper setup is more expensive.
I got you, yeah.
I could arguably do karaoke at my house with my phone, and if I actually used a proper podcasting mic, because there's karaoke versions on YouTube of everything you could ever want.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've made it obvious I rehearse my karaoke songs.
So Deirdre, that's Jamie Lee Curtis's character, she drops down a receipt and it's got a big black donut drawn on it. She starts challenging her on these expenditures, like she wanted to be a singer. She goes, what's a Watsu? Or maybe that's my question. What is a Watsu technician?
They provide passive aquatic therapy combining Zen shiatsu massage and gentle deep movements in chest deep 35 degrees Celsius water to promote deep relaxation and physical rehabilitation. So basically water yoga.
Okay, but it sounds like it's a more involved process of education rather than just buying a device.
There are training. There's training you have to do.
She's not a professional at these things, but she's wishing she was because she's stifled. She wants some sort of outlet that isn't just working at a laundromat.
Well, the Daniels had originally intended for Evelyn to have undiagnosed ADHD.
Oh.
Quote being, it started as almost an insensitive idea, like what if the main character was so distractible that they could tap into other universes. Subsequently, as Kwan researched the condition, he discovered that he himself had undiagnosed ADHD. It's just one of those things where you're like, oh, this totally explains why I love this so much.
Yeah. So she checks out Wayman's secret note. She follows the instructions. The headset on her ears powers up. And I think the note says, P.S. Don't forget to breathe.
Which is something I have tattooed. I literally have the word breathe tattooed on my arm. My mum used to say it to me before my piano exams, or if I was doing like a speech or debate club or whatever, she'd always be like, don't forget to breathe.
So there's a kind of weird flying zoom.
Very Sam Raimi.
Yeah, we've got a fractured screen showing two different locations.
Ooh, I just thought of something though with the all the different things she's trying to claim are things she's successful at in other universes.
Of course, yes. Yeah.
She's the singer, or she's the karate.
Mm-hmm.
Kung fu expert.
Does she do water massage at some point?
We'll keep an eye out. A lot happens. As maybe in Sausage Fingers universe.
So she sees another version of her husband. He wants her to help with something she doesn't want to. He says, there's a great evil that has taken root in my world. He needs a greater good to bring back balance. Suddenly, Jamie Lee Curtis pops up, and she says, I cannot imagine anything more important than the conversation we are having right now about your tax liability.
I am paying attention.
To be fair, I think a lot of people who work in taxes probably think that.
Yeah. So she's got an award that looks like a butt plug on her desk.
Which I noticed the first time I was watching it and just thought it was a funny little background set piece. Little did I know. But we'll get there. There's so many little Easter eggs. Like, this is what's so clever about all the minor detail in this film. In a way that I think you can only achieve through hands-on independent cinema. Like, if you've got several units all filming at once, blah, 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 it's very hard to make sure these kind of, like, tiny little Easter eggs. But yes, it is Chekhov's butt plug.
Yeah, so Deirdre's real high on her own supply. She threatens a fine for gross negligence. I think at this point in the closet where she's seeing this other Waymond.
I know you have a lot of things on your mind, but nothing could possibly matter more than this conversation we're having right now concerning the fate of every single world of our infinite multiverse.
He gives her a speech, like a pep talk boost. Cut back again. Deirdre thinks she's laughing about the whole situation. Gong Gong's looking at her like, what the fuck? Back in the closet, Waymond says they're going to kill us, but it's fine.
Well, it's only a little pocket universe they're borrowing to have that conversation.
Yeah. She says, I think my other husband is messing up the audit. And last thing he says is trust no one. And I have to ask, is that good advice?
Fox Mulder would think so.
It seems dangerous for, like, because eventually she's going to have a normal life, right? Once the threat is neutralized. I take that
back. I actually think in the context of the multiverse, that is good advice. Because you just don't know. Like, at any given moment, someone from one of the other universes could verse jump into the body of someone in this universe. And so 1 minute, that comes up later when she can't tell whether Joy is Joy or Jobu Tapaki.
Yeah.
And she nearly kills her.
Deirdre's being really shitty. It feels abusive. And she says last chance while eating. And I thought that was a real chaos move.
Well, they brought the cookies to bribe her, basically.
Mm-hmm. Like, she wanted to intimidate them so much she was going to do it, even though she was eating.
I think they also did it just to make her, like, gross.
Yeah, she's got a carpal tunnel thing on her left hand.
And that fake gut of that you can't quite tell, is it her gut or are her boobs hanging that low?
Yeah. So Wayman's like, I know what's going on. And she's like, you know? I think he thinks she has already seen the divorce papers.
Yeah, because what other Alpha Wayman wrote the instructions on the back of the divorce papers.
Right.
Because that comes up, she's like, you know about this? And he thinks she means the divorce papers, whereas she means the writing on that tells her to swap her shoes and tells her how to verse jump.
Yeah, so in the background, Deirdre's getting all ogre-y. Evelyn doesn't want to fight, but Wayman says maybe we don't have a choice.
Is he still talking about the divorce there?
Yeah, so he starts reading the note, and it's confusing for him. Let's see. He says, who gave you these papers? No one gave them to me. We made a sacred promise?
Yeah, when they got married.
At the video, I have Evelyn hitting Deirdre, so I feel like I have so many notes here, but I don't know exactly how much time it takes. But suddenly Alpha Waymond is back. Some guards show up.
Well, because Evelyn hit Deirdre because she thought she sees her getting up and coming towards her, and don't forget she's just seen a version of Deirdre kill Alpha Waymond in the janitor closet.
Right.
So she doesn't know which version. This is again where it's the trust no one comes in.
Yeah, she just laid out this Deirdre, and then these guards come up. Wayman does something weird, and the fight is on.
Eats the chopstick.
He has a cute pig on his fanny pack, and he starts whipping it
those
around.
Pigs are an actual thing. They're pre-Labubu kind of thing.
What's a Labubu?
You don't know what a Labubu is?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I'm sorry, listeners. I have to now send Jeff a picture of what a Labubu is, and I'm sure you're all equally horrified.
Okay, I'm seeing the picture.
They're
it's
creepy
just a
little
thing
guys.
That hangs off of something else.
Off your handbag, generally.
Mm.
But this was fashion. But they are surprise, so you do unboxings. So, you don't know which one you're getting kind of thing. So it became a thing where people would be buying lots of them.
Oh, like the Beanie Babies.
Yes. So on the amazing podcast, Sounds Like a Cult, they do an episode on the cult of Labubu.
Interesting.
The kind of Beanie Baby meets Furby.
So Waymond eats the chapstick and the fight begins. He's got this little fanny pack. He's winging it around. I'm thinking it must be full of quarters or rocks or something because it's knocking dudes out.
Well, probably is because they run a laundromat.
Coins, not rocks. It took me a second.
Yeah.
So Evelyn's seeing him do this combat shit and she looks amazed. She goes, holy shit. I have a question here. Should random security guards have guns?
No.
Or are these actual cops? Does the IRS have cops
no, they're
instead of
security guards? They're security guards.
Okay.
And it depends where you are in the world. The police don't even have guns in the UK.
Yes, but this is in America where
Any
you kind of
motherfucker's
have
got
to
a
have
gun.
armed guards somewhere on the building at the IRS because motherfuckers will shoot an IRS. You know? Tax dodging psychos. So he starts doing another weird thing. This is when he puts rocks from an aquarium into his bag. And so that probably makes his bag even heavier. My note says, I swear he just punctured that man's brain. Oh, shit. I think Evelyn starts doing a crab walk. Does that ring a bell? Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
She's like skulking around. He says, I'm not the Wayman who's trying to divorce you. I'm the Wayman that's saving your life.
Even though she only found out about the divorce like minutes earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Not even minutes, seconds. Oh, I love when he does the little like cool lean against the thing sit. So he's like, he's not actually sitting, but he looks like he's sitting and he's using the physics when he gets the rocks.
Yes.
Of his leg crossed over and very cool.
Cool. So if we could jump ahead to, let's see, 3130, we get a shot of that other universe where like Deirdre's all scary. And apparently they call it the 4655th Thetaverse.
Yeah, because they've been jumping through them all. Like, Alpha Wayman is called Alpha Wayman because he's from the Alphaverse.
Right.
And so they've been... That's what Evelyn did in the Alphaverse.
And now we see that this Deirdre has a black donut on her forehead. And she introduces someone named Jobu Tapaki, who is dressed to the nines. It's like a golfing wizard.
It is amazing. Like, and we don't really, like, they don't immediately tell us it's Joy.
Did you notice that when she does her fingers over somebody's head, their hairs stand up on end? Oh, that's cool.
She has all control of all things. She was able to put everything on a bagel. Oh, and Deirdre with the black on her head. Oh, and her nails changing color as she runs them along the wall. That is cool. I want that.
That was cool. And she turns Mom into a fuzzy bunny covered with blood.
No, that's a baby outfit.
Oh, a baby outfit. Oh, I thought it was
she's
a
the dummy
bunny
next to her. And then her outfit has also changed, so she kind of looks like an older Chinese woman in a park doing exercises. Instead of like her gimp mask and her like matching veil, she's got that flowers and the grey wig, and it's not immediately obvious it's Joy. Until she then jumps into our verse Joy, who's in the bar with the girlfriend watching the news, and they see all the trouble at the IRS. And that's how we know Jobu is Joy and has found this verse.
So she says, don't die yet, all right, buddy. And she's got white hair now. She switched to this granny outfit. So at the bar, Joy abandons her girlfriend, Becky.
Well, it's no longer Joy, it's Jobu.
It's no longer Joe. Okay, so she's taken her body.
Because you see her jump through about 5 or 6 different universes. Right. While the camera's is facing the back of her, and you see her in just some random places. Until she kind of finds Joy in the appropriate universe. And then she becomes Jobu and walks out without saying a word to her girlfriend.
God, that's gotta hurt. Back at the IRS, all the civilians are fleeing. We see Gong Gong in the break room eating pudding.
Happy as Larry.
There's fucking crazy shit going on. He doesn't even notice. So we learned that the Alphaverse was the first universe to make contact with the others.
Which is where Jobu Tapaki was made. That's where Evelyn was a genius.
Yes. His people are in a cool van. They've got minions monitoring his jumps. We learn about verse jumping, how you can learn the powers of your other versions of yourself.
By doing weird shit?
Yeah. He says, my Evelyn is dead.
Because that actress in the in the van. I'm just trying to think where I know her from. Keep going while I...
Let's see. It's Audrey Wasilewski. Says she was in Mad Men, Red, Big Love, My Life as a Teenage Robot.
Big Love, that's where I know her from. She's the neighbor in Big Love.
Okay. So yeah, he explains how the verse jumping works. And she's like, why isn't your wife doing this? And he says, because she's dead. The guards that arrive don't know what the two of them look like, apparently. So they are able to just walk right on by. Apparently every universe Evelyn lives, she ends up getting murdered.
Because they keep trying to find the one that can stand up to Jobu, and then they can't until they find this Evelyn.
Do you remember why she says, you're just making up sounds?
Oh, in response to Jobu Tapaki.
Oh, right, of course. She says, maybe it's okay if we lose some, I guess, universes. Just leave me out of it. And so he explains that she's building something. Jobu's building something. It consumes more than light and matter.
We don't know exactly what it is. We don't know what it's for. But we can all feel it. You've been feeling it too, haven't you? Something is off. Your clothes never wear as well the next day. Your hair never falls in quite the same way. Even your coffee tastes wrong. Our institutions are crumbling. Nobody trusts their neighbor anymore. And you stay up at night wondering to yourself,
How can we get back?
this is the Alphaverse mission. To take us back to how it's supposed to be.
Which is a comforting thought, but that's not really how things work.
I mean, we need that. We are in the darkest timeline.
Yeah, it's not great. I hope this is the darkest one. Oh, shit. Although I'm sure some people in terrible situations probably couldn't imagine it being worse. Let's see. His Matrix homies give him a gymnast bubble. So he has to give himself tons of paper cuts
In
to
between
do the
each
verse
finger
jump.
to our...
Oh, and now he's straight up fighting the ogre Deirdre. Before he can get the skills, she grips him up and she's going for a backbreaker move.
Yes,
It's
it's called the
like a
backbreaker.
wrestling move.
It is a wrestling move.
And it looks like she's about to break his spine. But somehow he gets an exit sign stuck between his back and her knee. And that messes up the move enough that he doesn't
Well, it
get
protects his
paralyzed.
back.
Yeah.
It breaks the sign instead of his back. This is kind of the main example we get of how verse jumping works in real time. Because they look at all the corresponding nearby universes
Right.
and then have the technology to extrapolate what weird thing they need to do to achieve the correct verse jump.
So his people are skeptical that Evelyn will be able to do this. They don't think she's ready. And he's like, he said, she's not most people. And, but at some point somebody says, damn, what a weak body. I don't remember where that comes in.
Oh, it'd be just because of the life that Evelyn in particular, because the whole point of why this Evelyn is the one that is able to stand up to Jobu Tapaki is because she's the worst version of herself.
Right. Okay, so she ends up skulking past Deirdre without her seeing her. It's time for her to verse jump. So the way they've figured is she has to profess her love to Deirdre.
Or fall
we learn it's a
asleep.
jumping pad selected by an algorithm that slingshots you to another universe.
But it slingshots you enough just to get the skills of the version of yourself from that universe.
Right. Wayman says it's like, what if we never got married? Or maybe this is the alternate. They're sitting in the van.
Yeah.
He says, what if we never got married?
This is where she chooses a different path and she sees
You've
what
gone
the universe
quiet.
would have been.
Could you start that sentence over?
So this is the point where we get a version, she gets to see what her life would have been if she'd stayed with her family rather than running off to America with Waymond.
Right. So he hates the way she looks at him. Suddenly she's in the universe where they didn't stay together and she got her dream career.
And we get to see these amazing snippets of her that they've taken from Michelle Yeoh's actual career, because you do see her at the Crazy Rich Asians premiere.
That's so cool.
Which made me go and watch Crazy Rich Asians last week. Again, it's so good.
So Evelyn, as Deirdre's flying towards her with her giant knee, Evelyn says, "I love you." And it kicks off a verse jump. She meets this white-haired lady. She gets led to her. She becomes a kung fu master, then an actor. She basically becomes Michelle Yeoh.
Pretty much.
Who is the lady that teaches her kung fu? Does she come back at any other universe?
No, we get snippets of her because Evelyn keeps like mentally going back to that universe a lot. Because Waymond warns her about that. It's like, don't get caught up in the other universe.
Ah. And this is the place where, oh, maybe that happens later. No, here she just is able to direct the knee off to one side.
So we do get Kung Fu Lady later with the finger. But anyway, keep going.
Yeah. She bonked her head good. As she comes back, she's fighting, kicking ass with Deirdre. Waymond is stunned. She says, "I saw my life without you. I wish you could have seen it."
我看到我的生活，如果没有你是多么的美好。It was beautiful.
I should have listened to my father and not gone with you all of those years ago.
Brutal.
Yes. Intense. Not fun.
She'll figure it out later.
And she's kind of starting to lose it. At one point, she says he needs to know how good my life could have been. Okay, so she's talking to Glasses Free, Alpha Waymond.
Alpha Waymond, yeah.
And she wants her Waymond to see how good her life could have been. I don't know how she thinks that would help.
Well, his life, he was quite successful in that universe as well. They meet up later. We're not done with that universe.
Right. So with training, she'll learn how to seal the cracks that these jumps are creating.
But she keeps flashing back to the other universe because she hasn't learned to control the cracks yet.
Yeah. So Waymond's excited about cream cheese on a bagel. In his universe, cattle were all killed off.
Again with the Easter eggs.
So yeah, he's slamming cream, eating cream cheese.
And there's no reference to the fact that the bagel is important, but if you know, you know.
Totally. Let's see. Was it you or did I hear this somewhere that the majority of the shots were filmed at a high frame rate in case they wanted to go slow-mo?
I can't remember. They definitely had some young and innovative SFX people, though.
Yeah. So she wants to understand the whole thing, so we get more exposition. They trained young people to jump. His joy, Evelyn trained her. He says, "Our little explorer, you pushed her beyond her limit." And her mind was fractured. Now she experiences every world, every possibility at the same exact time, commanding the infinite knowledge and power of the multiverse.
And that's how Joy becomes Jobu. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Ooh, you're much clearer through this one.
So he's telling her how Joy became Jobu Tapaki. She's commanding the infinite knowledge and power of the multiverse. A lot of great visuals in here. We get a shot of Jobu doing her creepy head tilt as she goes through the police lines.
Oh, I love that. And she limbos under the police ribbon.
Yeah. Evelyn asks, what does she want? Wayman says, no one knows. All we know is that she's looking for you.
Because what it comes down to is she's alone in that life.
Yeah.
And because she's sad and alone, she wants her mom. No matter how complicated. That hits me as someone whose mom's no longer with us, regardless of our complex relationships.
Yeah.
It's I think there's always a point where a girl just wants her mama.
Yeah, understandable. He's giving her another pep talk. He says, you were incredible. It's clear that she likes his touch. He touches her face real gently, and she like puts her hand up to her face like, oh, remember what that's like?
Yeah, well, they're bordering on divorce, and he is basically confronted with a version of his dead wife.
Yeah.
So there's layers to that shit.
Yeah, potent. Suddenly she's back in her life as an actress with no Waymond. But what? Sexy Waymond at the top of the stairs in a tux.
So she got her wish that he could see it.
Incredible. She slow-mos over to him, takes his hand. He says, I saw your face on a billboard, and I wondered if you still remembered me.
And of course, this is, she's got the memories of our Joy as well, our Evelyn as well. I think I've called Evelyn Joy a million times.
Okay, things are getting serious. My question was, why did white-haired girl cuff her? Was there a white-haired cop?
No, the white-haired girl is her trainer. No, the white-haired girl's her trainer in the other universe, her kung fu trainer.
Oh, okay.
That's when she teaches her the power of the little finger.
Okay, good deal. So it looks like Alpha Waymond's van is on the fritz. The cops at the office seem to realize something's going down. And Waymond goes, oh no, she found us. And it's Jobu Tapaki time. We got a smoke. We got a red light. We got Joy in an Elvis outfit and a pig.
Incredible. This is everything we wanted.
She's got a strut. She's smoking a cigarette. She looks like she's, I don't know. What is that stuff called when you put formaldehyde on cigarettes? It's like low budget PCP. Sherm. That's what it's called.
Oh,
she has that look on her face. And her mom goes, why do you look so stupid?
Why do you look so stupid?
I think she looks hot as fuck.
Yes, please.
Little diamantes decorating her face, pink hair. She puts her cigarette out on the cop.
I noticed that Deirdre is real gentle with the pig. Maybe she's one of those people that's better with animals than humans.
She's got her own problems. We'll find that out later. She does have sympathy and empathy in her. And they're trying to put the cuffs on Joy.
He's like, you can't be here. She goes, is it that I can't be here?
Here.
Or that I'm not allowed to be here?
And he does it again when he's cuffing her. It's like, again with the can't.
Again with the can't. And she turns a guy into glitter.
Very the toy maker.
Well, that's all right then.
Yeah, definitely. So now we get all sorts of random stuff starts happening. We get a human shield in a Carmen Miranda hat.
She smokes out of his garden.
Oh, she has a head inside her hair.
Yeah. Oh, and then she becomes a wrestler and does a sit up sit up pile driver.
That's right. Yeah. She makes him somehow be up suddenly, straight up and down with his head towards the ground. It's incredible.
That's called a sit up pile driver.
Yeah, but he was standing and suddenly he's upside down.
She's the one sitting. That's why it's.
Yeah. Somebody gets shot.
Joy does. But then she goes, "Don't worry, it's organic." And licks the blood off her fingers and brings up a bottle of tomato sauce or ketchup.
Yes.
And starts beating him with dildos.
Oh, God. So, my note here. Oh, she licks her 2 fingers. Basically shows her mom the hand gesture, the shocker.
That's not the shaka though, because she has the 2. She has her middle and her index up. Shaka is
No, not shaka like shaka bra. No, I mean the shocker, which is 2 for the one hole and a pinky for the other one. I'm surprised you're not around that across that.
Oh, I know that phrase, like 2 in the pink, 1 in the stain. I've seen Orange Is the New Black.
Yeah, very inappropriate. She's just John Watersing all over. I'm not sure if it's what she's doing or what she's saying. Oh, it's battling with dildos. Feels like an incel kind of a choice to me.
No, it's just the opposite. Protesters are doing it in Minnesota. They're like printing out all these dildos, 3D printing all these dildos and just throwing them at cops and at ICE agents. It's the best.
Wow. Okay. This is when Evelyn says, "You're Juju to booty."
Well, she gets that wrong so many times.
Juju to booty.
Wayman says, "Don't engage. She can't be reasoned with." And then Evelyn says, "You are why she thinks she is gay."
Oh, the best line from Joy there. She's like, "You are still caught up on me liking girls in this universe? What the hell?"
This universe is so much bigger than you realize. Mom says she could fight. Jobu thinks no. Apparently she's pissing herself. I'm not sure if that was my note or if that was actually happening.
No, I don't think that happened.
What would it make me write that? I'm fascinated. Now I'm just watching the movie. Let's see. She's trying to get back into her actor persona.
Oh, maybe she does piss herself in an attempt to verse jump, and I never noticed because I just rewound it, and I think you're right.
Yes. Okay, so she pees herself because she's trying to jump to another universe.
But she's doing it without any of the info, and the people in the Alphaverse in their van are losing their shit going, how is she doing this? This should have fried her.
So the cuffs fall off because she has floppy hands. And in the other universe, somehow she got hot dog fingers.
Oh, the hot dog fingers are the best. I'm so glad they keep coming back to this.
Yeah, whereas for me, this is my least favorite part of the movie.
Oh, I love it. The sausage fingers is just... Because everyone in that universe has sausage fingers, so we cut back to that movie, the Bollywood movie.
Yeah.
And in this universe, she's also married to Deirdre.
Oh my God. And Deirdre's so sweet. And she's like, ah, what are you doing here? Probably because she associates her with that ogre woman.
Yeah, because just humans evolved to have sausage fingers because we get this nice cut to 2001: A Space Odyssey and
an evolutionary branch in the anatomy of the human race.
and you see the monkey with sausage fingers kills the monkey with like normal hands.
So Joy, it turns out, doesn't like the multiverse. Just like William Boimler in Star Trek Lower Decks.
I'm so sick of the multiverse.
Well, she also doesn't like it because it exists simultaneously in her head.
Yes, all the time.
That is a lot. This is why I think there's a lot of carryover from the ADHD original concept. Because anyone with ADHD knows how exhausting it is to have, like, I don't know about you, but before I was medicated, before I made any decision in life, I had to run through, like, the 10 worst case scenarios and how I would handle each of those before I took a single point of action, which made driving really difficult.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Unexpected benefit of medicating ADHD.
So we've made some progress, but we're not quite halfway through yet. So I think we'll have to do a part 3.
I assumed we would be, given we only got 16 minutes in on the first episode.
So let's go for another half hour. You good for that?
Yeah, I can go. I mean, it's a reasonable time for me. It's about when you need to get to sleep.
Sure, yeah. No, I'm all good. Okay. All right. Let's see. So Jobu is explaining this whole situation. And she says, of all the Evelyns I've seen, you're definitely one of the more interesting ones.
She's a big tell.
Oh, she does this weird, vaguely sexual thing with her hands?
That's not sexual, that's this trick. Hold on, I used to be able to do it. You go like this, cross your fingers over, slide around, and this. That's what she's doing.
Yeah.
Great for an audio medium.
Yeah.
That's literally what she's doing.
This is where she shows her the bagel. All her hopes and dreams, old report cards, every breed of dog, every last personal ad on Craigslist, sesame, poppy seed. She put it all into the bagel. And she says something like, what is the truth? And then she comes to nothing matters. And this hurts Evelyn. She says, no, Joy, you don't believe that.
Because that's not what any parent wants for their kid. Apathy.
Yeah. Joy says, if nothing matters, then all the pain and guilt you feel for making nothing of your life, it goes away. Sucked into a bagel.
This is why this is the perfect Evelyn. And this is the Evelyn she's been looking for.
Yes. Suddenly, Gong Gong rolls up in a beefed up wheelchair. He says, I am Alpha Gong Gong.
I want to play a character one day that's in a wheelchair that is all souped up like that.
Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, he's got a coffee maker on the back.
I wish I could have done that for Retired, but anyway.
Hell yeah. Next time we'll get Christy to run that again.
Oh, that's my favorite. I loved it.
Hell yeah. So they arrive at Gong Gong's office. Is this his office in the Alphaverse?
No, it's just... it could be his office in the Alphaverse, but I think it's just they've just chosen the office as a place to communicate. Because it's still in the IRS building, I think. This is the same office that has the guy with the sex dungeon in the back.
Oh, right. Okay. There's a painting of a knight fighting a big bird.
It's not a knight fighting a big bird. You're wrong. It's a dog and a crane.
What?
Rewind. It's a dog and a crane.
Ah, shit. It's a dog and a crane. Why do I think knight a crane is a big bird. But yeah, I saw a knight there. That's weird. Anyway, this Gong Gong is really jaded. Losing his daughter seems to have made him go bad. It turns out he basically just wants her dead. And she does not seem all that surprised.
No, he's big picture guy though. Like it's the trolley problem. He's like, to get the universe back to the best version it was, Jobu Tapaki has to die.
Yeah. So Wayman thinks that she's the right Evelyn for the job. She says, I'm no good at anything. He says, you have so many goals you never finished. You're living the worst you.
You have so many goals you never finished. Dreams you never followed. You're living your worst you.
And that is why, yes, she is. Because he says to her earlier, he's like, oh, yeah, you're the wrong one. Sorry, gotta go. And then he comes back and he's like, actually, no. Every failure here branched off into success for another Evelyn. Most people only have so few alternative life paths, but you, here, you're capable of anything. She's so bad at everything. Which is the biggest backhanded compliment.
So we think Jobu has arrived. Alpha Waymond is telling her not to engage.
Well, they think it's Jobu Tapaki pretending to be Joy.
Right. And at the same time, Jobu is attacking the van in Alpha's universe.
Yes. Oh, another fabulous out. Her outfits in this are just to die for.
Yeah, she's got great outfits. And suddenly Joy's here. She doesn't know why she's here. Evelyn starts taping her to a chair. She calls her Jobu Tapaki. Our daughter's mind has been taken over by Jobu Tapaki. She's possessed. Alpha You and Alpha Gong Gong want me to fight her. But she's too powerful. Joy says, are we all having a stroke?
Are we all having a stroke?
Oh, Stephanie Hsu is so funny. I want to see her in everything. Now Evelyn tries to explain the concept of people in these other universes taking over your body by talking about Rakakuni.
Yeah, Rakakuni. I'd never call Ratatouille anymore now.
It's Rakakuni. Oh man, he makes bad food. Pooey. Bad food.
Makes bad food.
She explains that Alpha Waymond is like a fighter or whatever, and Waymond clearly likes that he's a macho man. Gong Gong gives Evelyn a box cutter and tells her to kill Joy. She goes, she's your granddaughter. How do you think I feel? Evelyn refuses to let Gong Gong kill Joy. Gong Gong's like, you created Jobu Tapaki. If we kill her, it gives her one less universe to access. Ugh. So Becky's calling on the phone. And Evelyn's like, what if I'm more like the original Evelyn? Maybe I'd be strong enough to save my Joy.
That's part of what makes this Evelyn so special.
Ugh.
Oh, this film just gets me in my soul. We get so few, I know I said it last episode, but we get so few things with mother-daughter relationships that are complicated. It's beautiful.
Right before he says you created Jobu Tapaki, he's got a gun and he's speaking perfect English. And Joy's like, when did he learn how to speak English?
Which is one of the reasons we believe it's real Joy too.
Yeah. Evelyn starts dancing, thinking that she'll activate her powers again. But she doesn't know what she's doing.
Well, she doesn't have the communication because Jobu Tapaki's destroyed the van in the alphabet.
Yeah. She puts her dad's snot in his mouth, and all of a sudden it turns out she's a maid for a sex pervert. He has a secret lair behind his desk.
In that office.
I gotta ask, why would this ordinary dude have a panic room?
It's not a panic room. It's a dungeon.
So bizarre. Have you listened to My Dad Wrote a Porno?
I'm aware of it. I haven't listened to it.
Okay, there's a episode where like her dad basically does this exact same thing. It's called The Red Room, and it's attached to the boss's office.
Yeah, I think it's a trope that definitely, because it's very 50 Shades of Grey as well.
Oh, okay. So they're the last line of defense against total chaos. A bunch of folks are moving into the building. And then they're in the closet, and Evelyn is giving a talk to Joy, basically like trying to get her to feel better. She says, I know you have these feelings that make you so sad, that make you want to give up. It's not your fault. Not your fault. I know it's her.
It's her. Jobu Tapaki. She has your soul in the palm of her hand.
What are you talking about?
The only way I can defeat her to save you is to become like her.
Waymond is excited because he's starting to understand what's happening. The bad guys gas the panic room. They all start doing different weird shit, probably to activate their super skills.
Definitely to activate their super skills. Why else would they be doing it?
Let's see. So she starts flashing between worlds. She spins a duster in someone's face. She becomes a singer so she can hold her breath longer. She takes all these guys out, throws some gas masks to her husband and daughter. The earpiece goes tits up, and she swallows a frog. I don't know why.
Reverse jump. Just anytime anyone does anything weird, it's reverse jump.
Yeah. So because of this frog thing, she becomes a pizza board spinner, and she gets a riot shield and just starts bonking the hell out of everyone, Captain America style.
And we saw the pizza board spinner earlier. So many Easter eggs.
Okay, now apparently I'm at the end of my prepared notes. I thought I had them for the whole thing. So maybe this would be the right time to break, and then I can take notes on the back hour. But yeah, there's a whole lot more to this movie. There's all sorts of touching, emotional stuff.
I mean, arguably, we're still in Act 1 here.
Yes. Yeah, because the next one has a different name. Part 1 is Everything. Part 2's Everywhere.
Part 3's All at Once. Although Part 3 is only like a 10-minute snippet towards the end.
Yeah, there's still a whole lot more fighting in the IRS building. We get Raccacoonie. Eventually we get back to the laundromat. But anyway, we're here at about 1:15, and we'll start there next time.
Yeah.
Any thoughts, feelings about this half of the film?
I mean, I have a lot stronger feelings about the last half of the film, but that's pretty accurate. Like, explain all the emotional. We still, when a movie is this weird, you do spend a lot of, and does not beat you over the head with exposition either. Like, you have to be paying attention in those certain moments where they explain verse jumping. Yeah. Otherwise, you'd be like Jeff, and every time someone does something weird, you're like, why are they doing that again?
It's mostly trying to make sense of my notes because they have no punctuation. They're a mess. But yeah, there's a lot of weird shit people are doing in this one.
This is how you do a multiverse film.
Oh yeah, absolutely blows Multiverse of Madness away. Although that probably wasn't that hard.
Yeah, it suffered worse for the fact that it came out exactly the same time as this.
Devastation.
And I'd absolutely saw this first, so it was... And I was already losing touch with Marvel at that point. I kind of just went Endgame and done.
Mm-hmm.
And I've jumped in for like one or two other things, which included Multiverse of Madness, because I do love a multiverse.
Yeah.
It's like second to time travel.
Okay, let's do a quick recommendation. We mentioned a couple things earlier.
Star Trek Academy.
Starfleet Academy. It's so damn good.
It is ridiculous how good this show is.
Yeah.
Holly Hunter.
Incredible.
I have never identified with a captain more than I have with... And even if it's just because of the way she chooses to sit in the chair. So in my mind, she is absolutely canonically neurodivergent and bisexual. Because we don't sit in chairs normally. Like, it's a known trope. It's an ongoing joke about bisexuals that, like, we just don't sit in chairs with any kind of normality. Like, I was trying to explain it to my friend Zara once, right before we went to see a, like, cabaret show called The Bisexual Intellectuals. And they immediately made that joke, and Zara looked at me like, what? And I'm like, I told you it's a thing.
Hell yeah. So yeah, that's on Paramount Plus, unless you want to get it episode by episode on some other service. If you watch
episode
the first 5
one or
two,
in particular. Yeah, but also be aware that, like, it is more than just Dawson's Creek in space.
Yes. Yes, it is absolutely a Star Trek show. It's a science fiction romp at times.
But each episode is from a different character's perspective, so certainly for the... As is true in most things I watch ever, the love story is my least favorite aspect.
Yeah, this most recent episode, you get a bit of that.
But in my head, we're also in a little bit watching, like, the Riker and Deanna's pre-Next Gen journey. Because it's a love story between a human and a Betazoid.
Yes. So I just had a podcasters meetup at that convention. So I got a lot of new podcasts to listen to, but I haven't listened to any of them yet. So I'll just, again, encourage everybody to get hip to Stitches in Time. The website is stitchesintie.me. It is all of Doctor Who and its spin-offs in chronological order, beginning with the Big Bang and ending at the heat death of the universe. They also have a funny comedy podcast that, like, has guests on that watch, like, anywhere from 5 seconds to 30 minutes of a show, or sometimes even an entire serial. But that is a really funny show. So that's my rec for this week.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms I'm watching. I haven't... It's like they're trying...
lovely.
No, but they're trying to make a funny Westeros show, and instead of actually trying to think of funny jokes, they're just leaning into toilet humor at every available opportunity. And I love toilet humor. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But there are some pretty gratuitous, unnecessary shits that happen in this show.
Oh, yeah. That, to me, that just felt like world building. It didn't really...
No, it was unnecessary.
Seemed like a joke to me.
You could have had that guy squatting behind a tree, making a face, and get the exact same message. Instead of having him leaning out from one side of the tree with the poo coming out the other side in a way that no human has ever taken a shit ever.
So it's a mixed bag, but it is fun. The episodes are short. There's a kid.
The acting is great, particularly the Baratheon guy.
I liked the actress that had the dragon. Maybe you haven't got to that part yet. Oh, you mean because I like an attractive woman? Come on now.
Oh, she's got MPD. She's got MPDG energy.
Manic pixie dream girl. Yes, of course.
Yes, she sure does. And the one I didn't recommend last week that I was so mad at myself for not recommending. Everybody should go watch Heated Rivalry. I have not been shook.
This is the horny hockey players?
These are the horny hockey players. But it's so important. It's visibility and representation that we never see.
Yeah.
And it's highlighting an issue that exists in men's professional sport worldwide.
It's absolutely absurd that, like, a large percentage of human beings are gay, like, and there's no out gay men in professional sports in the U.S. I don't know about the rest
Australia.
of the world.
Well, no, I can think of one or two. Most of the time they don't come out until after they've retired, even then. Mm-hmm. In Aussie rules football, we've had two. And one of them is a trans woman who was a player and coach. Mm. And she was outed by the mainstream media after having a mental breakdown.
That's fucked up.
So, full respect, Danny Laidley, we love you. And then the other one is a bisexual player who is well past retirement, who has come out and taken a shitload of heat for it.
Yeah.
Whereas if you look at, because one of my favorite, the interesting thing about Heated Rivalry is it's a gay male love story from the female gaze. Very much it's done through a female gaze. And while the showrunner is a gay man, they're based on books by women. By a woman.
Cool.
And how I put it to everyone, I'm like, you can tell it's female gaze because throughout this entire show, the main characters are either dressed in one of three outfits. They're either naked, wearing hockey uniforms, or in well-cut suits.
Ah, nice.
All of these things, very, very, very female gaze.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Well, the nakedness less so, but even the way they shoot the nakedness, it's not gratuitous, the sex scenes. You will, particularly if you are a gay man, you might not want to watch it for the first time with people, is all I'm saying. I warned I messaged two of my best friends back in Adelaide who live together.
Careful with those boners, gents.
I said to them, you both need to see this show, but you should not watch it in the lounge room together. Or I saw another reel that said if gay men could procreate, there would be a baby boom directly resulting from the existence of Heated Rivalry.
Hell yeah.
But it because like you couldn't make this show for women's sports because like half of them are out.
Right. Yeah. It's just an absolutely bananas situation.
Well, you could, and they did, but because misogyny, A League of Their Own, Rosie O'Donnell was told to play the character less gay. But in her head, the character is definitely gay because it is a proven scientific historical fact that a good proportion of those women found their way into the baseball league because they were gay in the 40s and needing, that's part of what drove them to play sports and stuff. They needed other things in their life. And the TV show version is much better because I love that movie. Don't get me wrong, it's one of my all-time favorite films. But the TV show is amazing because the problem I have with the film is the redemption arc they give Tom Hanks's character. Mm-hmm. It's a story about women, but we still have to have a redemption arc with the only male lead.
Right.
The only male character in there. Whereas the TV show, Nick Offerman plays the drunkard coach, and it actually plays out the way it probably should and probably would have.
Cool.
And it has the amazing Abby from Broad City as the main character.
Ooh.
With she plays the Gina Davis type character. So there's it's really good, people. I'm really sad we didn't get a second season of it. I mean, Abby, Nick Offerman. How can you, they're just. I watched something else with Nick Offerman in it recently. It's about the assassination of the American president Garfield.
Okay.
And it's got here. He plays Chester A. Arthur. Is that the one that followed on from him? Who he is a drunkard loose unit. You know how when you've got a progressive candidate running, you often have to pick a more conservative running mate to settle the people within the party. He's the LBJ, basically. It's really interesting.
Right. Oh.
And but the guy who assassinates him, because the guy he didn't want to be. He didn't want to be, he was nominated despite never actually putting his hand up, and then wins. And then the guy who kills him thinks he's doing history a favor. And it's played by what's his face from Succession. It's really well cast. It's really good. I wish I could remember the name of it. It's on Netflix, I think. What is down here anyway?
The Assassination of James A. Garfield? No, that's just the Wikipedia page. Death by Lightning. It's a 4-episode Netflix historical drama series.
I watched that. I quite enjoyed it. It's definitely worth it.
Michael Shannon plays Garfield.
Oh, he's great. He's really good in it. The whole thing's fantastic.
Okay, so stay tuned for part 3. You can find me everywhere at El Jefe Tacoma. We have a Facebook page, The Great and Secret Knowledge. And tell your friends about us.
And an Instagram.
We have an Instagram page. What's the name on that?
Great and Secret Knowledge.
Great and Secret Knowledge. Good deal. Email us, greatandsecretknowledge@gmail.com.
It's the Great and Secret Knowledge, by the way.
On Instagram?
On Instagram.
Okay. I'm headed over there.
Which we're starting to get some interaction on, starting to get some vibes.
And for you, it's Cosmic Cowgirl.
Starting with a K. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Blue Sky. I still have a Twitter account, but I don't really use it. But there is a new season of Australian Survivor starting. Oh, today!
Holy shit.
Oh, no, maybe it's next week.
Guys, Jessie was so excited.
I will be super active on Blue Sky in the coming weeks.
Excellent.
I generally am when I recap the wonderful world of Australian Survivor with I usually live watch it, live skate it.
Hell yeah. So if you're a Trek fan and you haven't listened to our Lower Decks coverage, please do so. We're still on Star Trek The Next Generation. I'm about to put up the first episode of season 2, The Child. Very weird episode. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun doing
that one's creepy as shit.
It's bizarre.
We
Troy
have a different view of consent
grows up in a year or two. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Pretty wild.
As a way of learning. Oof.
Yeah.
What's cuckoo,
I think
right?
if that was made now, it'd be a lot different. It wouldn't have Wesley's storyline shoehorned into it.
Shut up, Wesley.
Well, now I have to put that clip in here.
That was too good of an opportunity to miss, really.
Shut up, Wesley.
Shut up, Wesley.
Or then his mom says it.
Shut up, Wesley.
Because I love that it's a thing. Didn't Will Wheaton name one of his books "Shut Up, Wesley" or something?
Oh, maybe. I know he complained about it. Poor guy. All right, that's it for the show. Get out there, spread the word. We love you. we have a Discord, so check the show notes and join that, and let's chat about all these wonderful, wonderful speculative fiction masterworks. All right. Good day to you. Oh, a quote. Let's see.
Sucked into a bagel.
Sucked into a bagel. All right, then. Easy.
That works.
If nothing matters, then all the pain and guilt you feel for making nothing of your life goes away. Sucked into a bagel.
A huge thanks to James Lark of jameslark.co.uk for providing our wonderful theme song. Thank you, James.
Why do you look so stupid?
Well, that's all right then.
Juju to booty. Juju Chewbacca.